viewers, welcome to Nagaland TV. You are watching English Primetime News. Here are the headlines. Tension prevails along Assam-Mizoram border following Monday's violence. Assam CM Himanta Biswa Sharma announces compensation for victims. Indian boxer Lavlina Borgohain advances to the quarterfinals of 69 kg welterweight category in boxing of Tokyo Olympics, defeats German veteran Nandine Apitz. As surge fuel prices continues to dig consumers' pockets, the people of and drivers of transport business of Nagaland express their resentment. Delhi police initiates probe into Rahul Gandhi's tractor rally to Parliament on Monday, calls it a major security breach. UK High Court declares Indian businessman and fugitive Vijay Mallya bankrupt. Verdict permits bank to pursue his assets worldwide. To you, the news in details. Tension escalated along Assam-Mizoram border on Monday as Lailapur area of Kachar district and Mizoram's Kolasib district witnessed violence between police personnel from both the states. At least 5 Assam police personnel were killed in the violent clash. Reportedly, a Mizoram couple was also manhandled in Kachar while returning to Mizoram. It was not clear which side fired first on Monday as each side blamed the other over the clash.
Battlefield-like scenes on Assam-Mizoram border. 5 Assam cops killed in deadly clashes. Mizoram couple manhandled in Kachar. Police personnel from both sides exchanged fire. Clashes over interstate land dispute. A long-standing interstate border dispute between Assam and Mizoram erupted into fresh violence on Monday. The latest clash was the culmination of tension shimmering between locals of Lailapur village in Assam's Kachar district and neighboring Vairengte village in Mizoram's Kolasib district. During the escalation of the age-old border dispute, at least 5 Assam police personnel were killed in the violent clash. The police personnel killed were SI Swapan Roy and constables Liton Suklabadhya, MH Borbhuya, N. Hussain and S. Borbhuya. 50 policemen were injured, including Nimbalkar Vaibhav Chandrakant, SP of Assam's Kachar district, who sustained a bullet injury in the leg. It was not clear which side fired first on Monday. Each side blamed the other. According to the Assam police officers, miscreants from the Mizo side started pelting stones at government officials at Lailapur town on the Kachar border. But a statement from the Vairengte auto rickshaw stand at around 11:30 am and forcibly crossed the duty post manned by CRPF personnel. But a statement from the Mizoram Home Minister said around 200 Assam armed police led by IGP Assam Police and accompanied by DC Kachar, SP Kachar and DFO Kachar came to Vairengte auto rickshaw stand at around 11:30 am and forcibly crossed the duty post manned by CRPF personnel stationed there and overran a duty post manned by one section of Mizoram police personnel. For the last month, a tense eyeball-to-eyeball situation has prevailed at the Assam-Mizoram border along the Kachar-Kolasib districts, with security personnel of both states deployed at the border. In October 2020, when tensions had risen with the two sides accusing each other of encroaching territory, the center had intervened and paramilitary forces were stationed either side of the border at Lailapur Vairengte on the national highway. News Desk, Nagaland TV.
As we already know, tension flared along the Assam-Mizoram border on Monday over an ongoing land dispute between the two states, resulting in violence, with both CMs engaged in a war of words over the recent clashes and the Union Home Minister Amit Shah intervening in the matter, asking the two leaders to find a way to resolve the dispute. Now we'll try and find out and trace back the history of the border dispute between these two states.
Some tension is going on in both Assam, Nagaland and Assam, Mizoram border.
The government of Mizoram strongly condemns utter lack of failure and incompetence.
The incident that rocked Assam-Mizoram border on Monday is not the first that the border area has witnessed. The dispute between the two states has a long history. This dispute began in the first place back in February 2018. The Mizo Paul MZP had built a wooden rest house in a forest which they claimed was meant to provide the farmers a place to rest. They were demolished by the Assam Police and Forest Department officials, saying it was built on Assam territory. The members of MZP had clashed with Assam personnel, who had also trashed a group of Mizoram journalists who had gone to cover the incident.
Keep screaming, I'm media. I think the Assam police didn't even care that I'm a journalist.
The boundary between present-day Assam and Mizoram, 165 km long today, dates back to the colonial era when Mizoram was known as Lushai Hills, a district of Assam. The dispute stems from a notification of 1875 that differentiated the Lushai Hills from the plains of Kachar, and another of 1933 that demarcates a boundary between the Lushai Hills and Manipur. Mizoram believes the boundary should be demarcated on the basis of the 1875 notification, which is derived from the Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation BFR Act 1873. While Assam government follows the 1933 demarcation, and that was the point of conflict. At present, with the two leaders of both states trading charges on Twitter, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma said he has spoken to his Mizoram counterpart Zoram Thanga and his police force will maintain peace. While Zoram Thanga accused the Assam police for resorting to lathi charge and lobbing tear gas shells, and on the other hand, Assam police claimed that a large number of miscreants from Mizoram were indulging in stone pelting and had attacked the Assam government officials.
Unarmed civilians were assaulted by Assam police by lathi charging them and firing tear gas, thereby causing injury to several civilians.
News Desk, Nagaland TV.
Moving on, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma on Tuesday announced to provide financial assistance of rupees 50 lakh each to families of police personnel who died in clashes at the border with Mizoram yesterday. It was also announced that a financial assistance of rupees 1 lakh each will be given to the injured. At least 5 Assam police personnel were killed in the violent clash along the Assam-Mizoram border on Monday.
পাঁচগৰাকী জোৱানৰ মৃত্যু হ'ল। 2গৰাকী জোৱানৰ পৰিয়াললৈ মই 50 লাখ টকাৰ একোটা আৰ্থিক সাহায্য ঘোষণা কৰিছোঁ আৰু এই 42 জন যিসকল আহত হ'ল তেওঁলোকক আমি 1 লাখ টকাকৈ চৰকাৰৰ পৰা আমি সাহায্য দিম।
Dispute between two parties over the installation of Gaubura was settled in Dilikhu village, Chukukdema, 3rd mile, according to reports. Tokishike Ashumi, one of the Gaubura of Dilikhu village, stated that they had already declared a head Gaubura this year on May 8th. However, the other party had different views on the matter and had appointed another individual as the head Gaubura. The matter was settled and the rightful heir, Mr. Apollo Kiba, was declared head Gaubura of the village. The women union was also present in the meeting to keep the matter under control. The president of Sumi Totimi Huhukele was also there to speak about women's rights and mentioned that in Nagaland women are neglected almost every time. She stated that she had no idea about other communities, but in Sumi community, even women had been holding the position of GB since 1996.
কম্পৰা লাগা ইনষ্টলেশ্যন হ'বলৈ আছে বুলি আৰু আমি কেন শুনিছে এই পষ্টপন কি হৈছে এইটো কিবা এটা ইস্যু দেখিছে কি আছে
That Gambra installation program, some few interested programs actually, but we have already we have our HGB Apollo Giva. To the other vested interest program installation to touch, but we have reported our Deputy Commissioner Dimapur and ES Chomogidima, and they have given the recent order, so the installation program is cancelled and over, and now the village is peacefully. We don't need more HGB. We have already our HGB Apollo Giba. So villagers and their Kuchaz Giba, Laga, client and GB Council and public is after our HGB Apollo Giba.
As fuel prices continue to increase in Nagaland, burning bigger holes in the consumer pockets, the people and drivers in the transport business are facing difficulties. It may be worth mentioning that in recent times, the hike in fuel prices has taken a toll on common man's lives. Due to surge in petrol and diesel prices, even the prices of transportation has gone high. Such a scenario that price of essential commodities has made life miserable for the people. When Nagaland TV spoke to people, they expressed their resentment over the issue and asked government to take some necessary actions to curb the price hike. The driver informed that due to loss incurred during the pandemic, they are forced to increase the transportation fare.
Concession থাকিলে ভাল না ফৰ এক্সাম্পল এতিয়া মই কইমা যাব লৈছ না তো একজন গে 600 মাঙি আছে তো মই বি ড্ৰাইভাৰ লতে গুছি ষ্টুডেন্ট আছে অলপ কনসেশন কৰি দিবি না তেনে অনা কথা কৈ আছে তো তাখনতে তেল বেছি উদি আছে এটো আছে এসওপি মেইনটেইন কৰি আছে না ফুল প্যাসেঞ্জাৰ নাপয় এটো আনকি কি কৈছে তো তাখন লা সাইড দিবি আন্ডাৰষ্টেণ্ডিং আছে লবি মখন ষ্টুডেন্ট লা সাইড দিবি অলপ আন্ডাৰষ্টেণ্ড কৰিব লাগে
বাৰাই ছয়ছ উঠাটো মানটো আলটো কামটো চাৰ্জন বকিছে গুলিবি সেমি ওলাই 1200 ই ওলাই আৰু একো কামটো alto eko kanto charge nu bukhe tangando 24 olai tangando na dane tangando ni alop tu so right class li mando same as alto kando ni tinjun bukhe gule charge so ole do 400 1200 olai na aru tujun de 600 bukhe bi 1200 olai do same as na mando ko extra do no olai ole passenger same as tujun bukhe bi charge bukhe bi 1200 আছে
ও নাই আসল তো অটো ভাড়া তো বেশি হইছে ইতো তো কমতে করিব লাগে ইতো তো কুনবা 150 কুনবা 100 ইতো আনতো ভাড়া তো বেশি হইছে ভাড়া বি 150
Moving on, Indian boxer Lavlina Borgohain advanced to the quarterfinals in her debut Olympic appearance, defeating German veteran Nandine Appids on Tuesday. The 23-year-old boxer brought cheer to the country on an otherwise disappointing day at the Tokyo Olympics. The first women boxer from Assam at the Games came up with a commanding display over experienced German pugilist Nandine Appids at the Kokugigan Arena. Lavlina will face former world champion and fourth seed Chin Yan-chin in the quarterfinals of women welter on July 30th. She is now just a win away from sealing a medal for India. Team India was hoping for an improved show on day 4 after a couple of disappointing days. The day started on a bright note as Indian shooter Nanu Bhaker, Saurabh Chaudhary topped their mixed team air pistol qualification stage 1 but finished 7th in stage 2 to miss medal events. In morale-boosting news for hockey fans, the men in blue gave a superb performance on Tuesday as they beat Spain by 3-0. Meanwhile, boxer Lavlina Borgohain advanced to the quarterfinals and is just a step away from winning a medal. Even though shuttlers Satvika Swaraj Ranika Reddy and Chirag Shetty won on Tuesday, they finished third in a Group A, failing to make it to the quarters. Now the medal tally of Tokyo Olympics. United States 9 with gold medals, 5 with silver medals, 8 with bronze medals, taking it to the total tally of 22 medals. China with 9 gold medals, 5 silver medals and 7 bronze medals, taking the total tally to 21 medals. Japan with 8 gold medals, 3 silver medals, 5 bronze medals, 16 in total. Russian Olympic Committee with 5 gold medals, 7 silver medals, 4 bronze medals, 16 in total medals. Great Britain with 4 gold medals, 5 silver medals and 1 bronze medal, taking the total tally to 10 medals. With Australia heading with 3 gold medals, silver with 1, bronze with 5 and total tally keeping it to 9. Managed to bag 3 gold medals, silver 0, bronze 4 and total tally being 7. India with bronze 0, gold 0 but with a silver by Lavlina Borgohain, taking the total tally to just 1. Weightlifter Mirabai Chanu, after winning the silver medal at Tokyo Olympics 2020, Ashwini Vaishnav, Minister for Railways, felicitated Chanu on Monday and announced a reward of 2 crores and promotion in the Northeast Frontier Railway. Mirabai Chanu, who returned to India on Monday evening, lifted a total of 202 kg, 87 kg plus 115 kg in the 49 category on Saturday to better Karman Maleshwari's bronze in the 2000 Sydney Olympics. Ms. Chanu, who is from Manipur, earlier was promoted as an officer on special duty sports in the Northeast Frontier Railway in April 2018. Going on to the next story. On Tuesday, the Delhi police termed Congress leader Rahul Gandhi's tractor march to Parliament a major security breach and launched an internal inquiry in the matter. The police is also registering a first information report in connection with the tractor march to Parliament. The inquiry will also look into failure of cops to prevent the entry of a tractor in central Delhi without prior permission by the authorities. The former Congress president on July 26 drove a tractor to the Parliament House along with other party MPs and demanded the 3 contentious farm laws be repealed. Tripura Police detained a team of 23 members of election analyst Prasant Kishore One-Pack at Hotel Woodland Park in Agartala on Monday. Reportedly, they were being interrogated and have been warned by police not to leave the hotel except for going to the airport to leave the state. The police have not given any official reason for the detention. However, according to Manik Das, Superintendent of Police, West Tripura, the team was in state for some research-related work. Results of their RT-PCR test will come out today, and after getting the test results and outcome of the probe, a decision will be taken on their release. According to latest Union Health Ministry data, India recorded less than 30,000 fresh COVID-19 cases after 132 days, while its active caseload fell below 4 lakh after 124 days today. India recorded a total of 29,689 new coronavirus cases that pushed its tally of COVID-19 cases to 3,14,40,951, while the death toll climbed to 4,21,382 with 415 daily fatalities. The active cases comprise 1.27% of the total infection, and the national COVID-19 recovery rate has improved to 97.39%. The daily positivity rate has declined to 1.73%. The weekly positivity rate was recorded at 2.33%. The second T20 between Sri Lanka and India, due to be played on Tuesday, has been postponed after a day. India all-rounder Krunal Pandey tested positive for COVID-19 ahead of the game. Following the rapid antigen test conducted on the game day, Pandya returned a positive result with 8 other team members identified as close contacts. Consequently, the entire team contingent is undergoing RT-PCR tests on Tuesday to ascertain any further outbreak in the squad. The 2 remaining games in the series will now be played back-to-back on Wednesday and Thursday, provided the players return negative in the RT-PCR tests. We have a breaking news coming at this point. The Union Home Secretary has called for a meeting of Chief Secretaries of Assam and Mizoram along with the DGPs of both the states. The meeting is scheduled for 28th July at 10:30 a.m. in New Delhi. We'd like to tell our viewers once again that we have a breaking news with us. The Union Home Secretary has called for a meeting of Chief Secretaries of Assam and Mizoram along with the DGPs of both the states. The meeting is scheduled for 28th July at 10:30 a.m. in New Delhi. This meeting has been called for given the view that we have with us that Assam and Mizoram are facing border disputes at the present. Taking place, which is why it is being said that the Union Home Secretary has called for a meeting of Chief Secretaries of Assam and Mizoram along with the DGPs of both the states. The meeting has been scheduled for 28th July at New Delhi and the timing for the same is 10:30 a.m. Moving on, the UK High Court declares Indian fugitive businessman Vijay Mallya bankrupt on July 26. Mallya has reportedly tried appealing against the High Court verdict but was refused permission to do the same. This clears the way for a group of Indian banks led by the State Bank of India to seek a worldwide freezing order to seize Vijay Mallya's Indian assets in order to recover debt owed by his known defunct Kingfisher Airlines. Earlier, Mallya fled to the UK and has been fighting on multiple fronts to avoid extradition to India. President Ram Nath Kovind on Monday offered tributes to soldiers, including those who laid down their lives in Kargil War in 1999 at Dagar War Memorial in North Kashmir's Baramulla. Kovind was scheduled to visit the War Memorial at Dras in Ladakh to pay homage to personals of the armed forces killed in the 1999 Kargil War. But due to bad weather, it was forced to be a cancellation of plans and he instead paid tributes to martyrs on the 22nd anniversary of Kargil Vijay Divas at Baramulla. The country today is remembering Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who was known as the Missile Man of India and also for his humility. Citizens are observing his death anniversary on July 27, the day in 2015 when he passed away suffering a heart attack in Shillong. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu and several union ministers also paid tribute to former Indian President APJ Abdul Kalam on his 6th death anniversary and remembered the leader for his contribution to the country. He was one of the few presidents in India who was loved by all for his simplicity. Kalam was the only president in India with a non-political background. That is all for now. This is Gargi Deka signing off. Keep watching Nagaland TV for more news and updates.